The US has seen a whirlwind few days, which has thrown Vice President Kamala Harris in the spotlight after US President Joe Biden quit the elections race and passed on the torch, the first sitting president to do so in over 50 years. Harris is now all set to begin a 100-day sprint to the November election. When it comes to key issues such as abortion, immigration and more, the Harris campaign is likely to have a different view. Let's take a look. On abortion, while both Biden and Harris support the right to abortion, Harris is likely to push for a nationwide right to abortion, which will limit the state's powers to impose restriction, whereas Biden had vowed to restore Roe v. Wade, but allow states to limit access to abortion. Looking at immigration, while Harris has focused on addressing the root causes of illegal immigration, such as poverty, violence, corruption and more, this is something that is likely to continue in her campaign. Biden has had a much harsher stance on immigration, restricting asylum claims on the border and expediting deportations of illegal migrants. Looking at the conflicts, especially the war in Gaza, Biden's outspoken support for Israel in the war in Gaza and his decision to keep supplying the Netanyahu government with military aid has provoked outrage across the US during his re-election campaign. While Harris has not indeed broken away from Biden on the matter, she has expressed more public sympathy towards Palestinians and is in fact one of the first senior officials to call for an immediate temporary ceasefire in the war, calling the conflict a humanitarian catastrophe. On trade, while both Biden and Harris have similar positions on trade, Harris could divert from Biden's tariff policies, which have preserved Trump's duties on consumer goods and raised tariffs on clean energy tech. However, she is as trade skeptical as Biden. Case in point, opposing the US-Mexico-Canada agreement when she was in Senate. Interestingly, on AI is where Biden and Harris's policies diverge, with Harris supporting government regulations in AI while Biden having sought to govern AI companies largely through voluntary standard setting. With Kamala all set to win the Democrat nomination next month, it will be interesting to see how her differing take on issues will impact her campaign. Dishha Bagchi for NDTV.